In this class on Agile Project Management, we created an app to help a person manage anything they collect. I will show how the app wireframe was developed and what was learned, what went well, and what could be improved. One of the key principles we used is to think from the perspective of a user. As a user story develops a reason for a particular app function, this helps create unity and purpose for the app and the function. Agile uses a short wireframe iteration function called a sprint to move forward, then review the progress. Our sprints lasted 1 week. We started with a low fidelity wireframe to define the basics of the app and its functionality. We developed the app from the perspective of a user. Each item has a user story behind it. The next step was to fill in more detail with a medium fidelity wireframe. The app is starting to take shape. We are finding things we didn't need to include at this stage, such as the shopping cart. User stories were an integral part of Sprint 2. We recognized that if I were a user, we might want a picture of the collection in the button. We also might need to have a way to add a new collection. Sprint 3, we adopted some app standards, so each page was the same. A user will want each screen to look as if it belonged to the other screens in the app. Sprint 4 added color, a logo, common buttons at the bottom of the app, and filled out more screens to define the details. A user will want more than black and white. They will want to go to the same place on each screen for common functions. Sprint 5 finished out the app mock function by adding links to simulate buttons and what the button does. For example, if I select the books button, it will take me to the books I have in my books collection. If I select one of the books, it will take me to the details screen for that book. This app screen shows all about the particular book in your collection. There is an item details screen for each item in your collection. We thought maybe the user would want different fields for different collections, so the detail fields are customizable to each collection. The agile principles that we recognized are first, delivering working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to the shorter time scale. We delivered a new iteration of the app each week. Second, build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need and the trust them to get the job done. Some team members worked early in the week, others later in the week. Those who worked early had to have faith and trust those who worked later in the week to get the job done. As we created the environment and gave them the support they needed, they were able to complete all the tasks. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. Our team met face-to-face as often as possible. Often we would meet outside the scheduled meetings to discuss functionality or to help someone who needed assistance. Continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. As a team develops a quality product, there are fewer things to fix or maintain. Simplicity. The art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. We found this that as we kept our app simple, we could ignore some of the tasks in the backlog, such as that shopping cart. Best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. Our Agile Team 20 was self-organized. We worked very well together. We had a unified vision. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. Each week, we took time to review our progress and adjust our behavior for the next week. One of the things that went well is the team worked well together, filling in for places that needed assistance. This is great to have in a project team, no matter what you're doing. When team members work well together, there is better team progress. This is supported by the Agile principle. The best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. The vision of the app gelled together quickly. We did not go back and forth on the functions of the app. This helped us move forward quickly and make progress to the sprint goals each week. Project teams that have an early adoption of function and vision, typically through a well-written purpose, have an easier time meeting their goals. Team members understood their goals each week, their roles each week. The product owner provided good direction. The scrum master provided good leadership. This is a preferred situation in any team on any project. Recommendations for improvement. We had a difficulty understanding how to use Jira. Each week we struggled. An example of one of the functions we did not understand was how to apply a rank or level of difficulty to a task. We also didn't understand how to use the rank to schedule tasks. After a couple of sprints, we figured out how to apply the rank. It took time each week to figure out how to use Jira. Project function progress was held up. There were 2 weeks when we answered the quiz question regarding the level of difficulty by guessing at what was being asked. We received credit for the answer, but did not know what we were saying. The solution we found was to spend extra time in the first sprint to understand Jira functions better. Now that we have completed one project, we will have a better idea of the functions in Jira to help manage a project. We could also spend a little more time understanding how to apply the rank. I learned about many project management principles from the Agile principles that I will use in real life applications. I will make sure to go back and review progress regularly. This will allow me to be agile and adjust direction quickly if needed.